Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and install the controller now, right, onto the bike. First we'll do the phase wires. Oh yeah, I have to figure out how to do the bolts and stuff. All right. Okay, so in the video, the installation video, they were saying you can cut the zip tie to this, so you can move this wherever you want. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I've never done it the whole time, you know, but it's really crowded in here. You want to do your best to make it not crowded, okay, guys? It's because it's really difficult to get all that crap back in there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and snip that off of the main, the power connector harness, and yeah. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and install these fasteners. I mean the phase wires and all that good stuff. So here goes. They said to start with the phase wires. They're the easiest. Okay. Okay, I've gone ahead and installed the phase wires. They said you can really go to town on them. They're not like the terminals on the KO Moto that are really fragile. So you can really crank it down. But they said don't use an impact driver on it. So okay, and by the way, these are the KO. This is the KO motor phase wires too. So I think they're a little bit bigger. Okay, and then we got to install the power wire facing upwards. Okay, I've got the negative on the wrong side already. Yeah, the black is supposed to be here, so they're flip-flopped for whatever reason. Okay, we're gonna go install this the other direction. By the way, this locking, the blue Loctite on this, it makes it really hard to get these bolts in, alright guys? It's to be expected, but you don't, you're probably not going to have to worry about this ever coming out, alright guys? Because these are in here, man. This Loctite is strong. So the phase wires, they said the phase wires go down, and the power wires for the battery go face upward. Okay, phase wires and the power connectors are all installed. Should be good to go. So now I gotta go route some of this stuff in there. Alright, here's Mega here. I've installed it, and this is one of the hardest controllers I've ever installed, guys. There's just too many freaking wires coming out of it, man. It's not Not an easy install at all. All right, I mean, there's some space back here, but not a whole lot, you know. This is the brake cable, the regen throttle. So what I'm going to probably do is get some bigger clamps and then stick this in here. All right, and then this will just kind of float around in there a little bits. Okay, we can probably zip tie it somewhere to another wire up there. Yeah, but it's on there. Okay, and it's really solid. The fender doesn't touch it at all too, so that's good. Just barely, it almost does. Yeah, it was a really tight install. And then at some point, we're probably going to have to replace the battery wall here. So I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah, there it is. It's on there. All right, I like the red. It looks good. It's all dirty already, man. It's so dirty inside there. I can't. The rest of the bike is clean, but not this part. All right, so I have a problem now. So this is all the stuff that came up into here. I hate to say it, I think I gotta take it back out, and I gotta get this out of there. There's just no room for all this stuff in there, man. It's ridiculous. All right, this is the wires that go to the controller. All right, that goes to the bike, and then I've got this Bluetooth thing. All right, the Bluetooth thing, that's probably no problem. I could stuff that in there, but look at how big this connector is. It's huge. All right. I mean, I might be able to just shove this in there somewhere, but there's not a lot of room in there, and this cable is so thick, man. Yeah, look, I can't even, yeah, see, I'm already kind of screwed. You can't, maybe if I just, yeah, there's no room in there for it. I don't know how that's supposed to go in there, guys, so Hazemeg is going to have to play around with the wiring. I hate to say it, we're going to have to uninstall it, and then I think we're going to have to route this down there. It's going to go down, and then it's going to go up. It's going to do this big loop thing. The wires are freaking stupid on this controller, man. All right. Yeah. Dude, the KO install is so much easier than this. One wire that just goes up there, and that's it. That's all you have to mess with. I like the KO install much easier, man. This is kind of horse doo-doo. All right, but I think once you get it up in there, it'll be okay. But yeah, I'm not happy with all the extra stuff on there. I feel like it's more like the KO controller was designed just for the Suron, you know, where this controller was designed for like multiple bikes. So like the wires have to be like have to be longer and stuff, all right, because they need to reach places. So yeah, I'm not too happy with the install so far, but one thing's for sure, I think this is gonna have to go back there, man. This is just, there's no space for this in there. This is ridiculous. All right, anyway, yeah, dude, the Bluetooth, that's fine, we can stick that back there, but this, no way. So I think, yeah, this is gonna go up there, and then this is supposed to go back down there on the controller. So gotta take it back apart. I don't know if I want to do that tonight. I think I want to go to sleep. All right, I'll figure something out. Okay, hallelujah, I've done it. All right, I got all the cables to fit in there somehow. Look at that. It was like freaking magic. I'm proud to perform, is what I want to say. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get the rest of these wires and the crap in there. Yeah, so the the Bluetooth thing is in there somewhere. I think that's it right there. It's right there. Okay. And then the big wire harness. Yeah, I did exactly what I said I did. All right. I ran it. It's running from like here, and it's going down here. It's going across here and down here. So this is that wire harness. Okay. Looks like this is gonna rub on this, man. It's gonna rub this fucker raw, dude. Maybe if I can try to get this in here more. This seems like where it wants to stay. What I might do is wrap this with some rubber or electrical tape so that doesn't rub on this metal part here. I don't want metal to metal, you know. Another thing we could have done is we probably could have just ran the wire outside, run the wire out here, and then put a bracket right here, or a thing. We could still do that, I guess. I don't know, because I don't like it here. It's moving around a whole lot. If I pull it, I'll be able to move it down more. I don't know, man, but it's all in there. Okay, it's pretty tidy, and it's on there, and the fender doesn't hit it. So I think I cross-threaded this one, man. This one was really hard to get in, man. Yeah, so this is the most difficult controller I've ever installed on this bike, man. I'm bar none. There's just too much stuff going on with those wires going out of there. They could have made this better, man. They could have made this better, all right? But I can understand. They designed this controller so it would work on multiple bikes, you know, so they didn't just design it for just the Sur-Ron, right? So that's probably why, all right? It's more kind of general purpose kind of controller, all right? And like this one was designed to be just like the Sur-Ron controller, okay? So yeah, okay, so I'm done for tonight. I gotta go figure out this spaghetti, but this doesn't have anything to do with the controller, so I'm not gonna get any of that on the video. But yeah, I'm just gonna clean that up, wrap it back up, and stick it back in there. That's all I'm gonna do. Okay, but yeah, man, what a mess, and this is taking a long time, but I think we're pretty much done. All right, I got the display on there and everything, so hopefully everything will be good. All right, that's it for tonight, guys. But yeah, for the most part, it's installed, guys. So I just have to clean up. Yeah, we got to clean up those wires on the side here. This, and we got to attach that. I got to get a bigger clamp so we can clamp that on there. And then I think we should be good. All right, I don't want anything hanging off of the bike, right? All right, here's big out. So yeah, we'll just clean that up, and then we'll be done. I'll show you guys the final install. All right, hey, here's Meg here. It's the next day, and we're gonna go fire this bad boy up. All right, I got it. All the wiring and all that stuff in the last clip, all right, and we should be able to put the battery in and flick the power on, all right. So I'm just gonna do that tonight, all right, and then that'll kind of be it. I'll see if we can connect with the app, all right. It's very important that we do that, that we can do that. That's what I'll say. So yeah, and then yeah, I need to go check some stuff with this turn signal stuff, but that's what all this guts hanging out is, all right. I'm trying to figure out some problem with this turn signal. If I can get the turn signals working on this bike, that's great, you know. But one of my turn signals, when it blinks, the headlight and the running light in the back, the tail light, they blink at the same time, all right. And it doesn't blink with the blinkers don't blink. So it leads me to believe I think there's something wrong with the switch or something. If I can't figure it out, I'm just gonna not use the turn signals, all right. I'm just gonna make it inoperable, all right, because it is inoperable right now. That's why I'm going through all the wiring and seeing if there's any shorts or stuff in the way. So yeah, anyway, just a note about this EBMX. I mentioned it in the last clip, but man, this is the hardest controller I've ever installed on the Sur-Ron. I'm not gonna lie, dude. In my opinion, the KO Moto was the best, man. The KO Moto went in there the nicest, is what I'm gonna say, all right? But anyway, I'll show you what I got here. I finished routing the last of the wires. That's the accessory cable, all right, for the display and the regen throttle, and then and I had to use bigger clamps to do it, all right. So this is what I did on the for the KO controller, all right, and we're gonna do the same thing with the EBMX. Okay, so here's what I got going on. Unfortunately, I ran out of clamps, all right. This is my box of clamps here, and I don't have the right size clamp to put an extra wire. So this 1/4 inch clamp is only enough to put 2 of these wires, all right. There's 2 of the smaller ones, but the bigger one, the one that the display and the regen throttle are hooked up to, I didn't have one, all right. So I used the 5/8. That was the next. This one's still too big, but it's okay, all right? And then the other ones I have are just either too big or too small. So, or this is just kind of here to keep that in there, you know? It's okay that it moves around like that. It doesn't have to be tight. The last time it was tight, but it shouldn't be tight, all right? It should be able to move in there. So what I wound up doing is I put that 1/4 inch clamp back in, all right? And I bolted it to the controller, and then I put a zip tie around it. That's what I did, okay? So there's my handiwork, guys. So that should work for now until I can find the right clamp, right? And then what I did is I zip tied the wire to where, I think this is the brake line? Yeah, this is the brake line right here. There's a little, there's a, whatchamacallit? A clamp, a cable tie over here, right? That's mounted to the frame. I've just put a zip tie around that one, just like this. So, and so everything is right here. So I think we should be fine with all of this. Okay, I shouldn't run out of cable at all. That should be good. We should have plenty of cable here for the brake line. That's good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me make sure all these wires aren't touching anything, so they don't short out on anything. And let's go fire this bad boy up now. All right. So that's what I did. Yeah. So in my opinion, man, there's just too many wires coming out of this thing. It is trying to keep this thing neat is very difficult, guys. So see this? Like, there's this cable, all right? This is the 12-volt accessory cable. Yeah, it's not hooked up to anything. It's just kind of just hanging out here, right? I kind of don't like it, man. There's so many hot wires hiding behind here, man. What more when you know what? I think if I delete the breaker from the battery wall, we'll have more space in there. So that's what I plan to do in the future, delete the breaker. But I'm waiting on getting another battery so we can upgrade the connector. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna upgrade all our battery connectors. Okay. Anyway, yeah, let's go throw a battery in there and let's see if it'll fire up. All right.